Yo, what's good? DSG is here. It is July 20th. Sorry for the delay. Mike Devine, I actually ran into on the streets about 20 minutes ago. He was walking up. I did not do the math in my head, but it does make sense why he was delayed. He was a little far away from his apartment. But vibes are high in Podsland, man. Just got back from a bachelor party and a wedding. Good times. A lot of people were talking to me about the pods, what I thought about the pods. And you know what I was saying, Mike? I was saying, you know what? I think the second half dads are here, and we're gonna have a good little summer, boys. Good little end of summer, early fall. Mike Devine, how we living? And then let's go into some positive.
I'm living good. I'm surprised. I'm kind of curious, maybe more so from your end. How do you manage going to a bachelor party and a wedding? Did you just go to the bachelor party for one night?
Yeah, so the bachelor party started Thursday night and ended this morning. I went Thursday, Friday night, rented a car, whipped from the bachelor party to the wedding. Both were in the Bay, so we were chill to go.
Nice. All right. Let's. Brady Kasper's in the chat. Shout out Brady.
The Halos.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, pods wise, I like where we're at. Yesterday, you're going to lose games to bad teams sometimes. You have to win series. And they won the series pretty handedly as well, I would say. Like, I think that, like, they looked good. Yesterday, there was a couple moments that, Machado struck out with the bases loaded. He's immune to criticism from me, bro. I'm never going to criticize Manny. Grand slam the night before to essentially seal the game, make it a less sketchy ninth inning. And then, yeah, I mean, it was a exciting series to watch. Good first series back playing the Marlins. Marlins are kind of hot right now.
Yeah, they're cool. They're fun. They're like classic. It'll be 3 good games, I think. They're not the Nationals. The Nationals are cooked. The Marlins at least play with a little swagger.
I like the stretch of games that we have coming up, to be honest. We got the Marlins. We got the Cardinals for 2 series. We got the Mets, D-backs, Red Sox. Like, I think that's a good – I feel like the team – Are
we playing a team better than us in that stretch? I don't think any of those teams are better than us.
Here's the thing. The big stretch comes down to
August.
We haven't played well against good teams.
Yeah.
Like, we're not playing well against teams above 500. In this next upcoming stretch, outside of the Marlins, every team is above 500. So we have the trade deadline in 10 days, 11 days. This is the time to make moves. If you make moves, we play the Marlins. I would love to see the Pods make a couple moves by
They're not making a move until the deadline. Is the vibe I'm getting.
Day of?
I think they won't make a move for at least a week. I think the move they're going to make, and I think it might be tomorrow, is I think they're sending Brooks down and they're bringing up Yanni Barrels, bro.
You think so?
Jonathan Perlaza hit his 4th straight homer today. He's been raking. And as a lefty bench bat, I'd kind of rather have fucking Perlaza than Brooks. Brooks hit that 1 homer against the Dodgers, and he hasn't done shit since. I think that's the guy you bring up. Yeah, Marlins are red hot. Well, they lost today, but I do agree. Yeah. Hey, guys.
Listen to Matt. Listen to Yanni Barrels.
Guess who's also red hot, Mike? The Pods.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Did I lag out or something?
Yeah, I think you're lagging out a little bit. What were you going to say?
No, what I was saying is Yanni Barrels is, if you look at his minor league career, all he does is rake. Yeah. All he does is rake. He's 26 years old. Listen, Trenton Brooks, cool story, Granite Hills guy. I'm sorry. Like, it looks like every time he faces a fastball that's like 95 miles an hour, it's like he's never faced a fastball before. Like, he's always swinging late. I don't think he's like the worst bench bat in baseball, but I also don't think it's a guy that you can't send down and see if somebody else can do better, right? Like, I think you bring up Perlaza and you see what he can do. I'm with you, man. If you have the issue with the Pods, there's a couple glaring holes. Elias Diaz is a great backup catcher. He's not a starting catcher.
Great's a stretch. He's a backup catcher.
He's a great backup catcher, in my opinion.
He's a backup catcher. Do you think he's a great backup catcher?
I think he provides enough value that it's not like when you see him in the lineup every fourth day that you're like,
okay,
fuck.
yeah, I agree with that.
That's an issue. So we need a starting catcher. I also think, in terms of the offense, there's no depth. I actually think Bryce Johnson has solidified himself as like a decent fifth outfielder. I don't hate it. But again, like it's tough because I love T Wade. Here's the issue. You can't have a playoff roster with both of those guys.
No, they won't.
You have to have more depth.
They're getting a left fielder and they're going to send down T Wade for sure. He hasn't played. Tyler Wade hasn't played once in like a month, dude. He played today, but you remember last year? I think our record when Bryce Johnson played was like 39-14. Obviously, is he the reason? I don't know, but it is a little funny how when
it is interesting
play, we win a lot.
He's a winning player. If you watch him play, he always gets the bunt down.
So you're telling me you like BJ?
I love BJs. Sorry, BJ. He gets the bunts down. He plays. He ran into one on Friday too. Yeah. He almost looked like he hit a homer. He hit a double off the wall. He's got a little bit of pop in that bat, more than I love
more than T Wade, but was definitely a stretch still.
A little. I said a little bit of pop. A little bit. I didn't say a lot. A little bit of pop. Plays good outfield. He made a nice catch today and right when they moved him over from center. I thought that was a great play. He's a guy where Merrill goes down with an illness today. I'm not like, oh, we're cooked. We're putting in BJ.
Merrill's kind of sucked for like 2 months.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. And we got Brady in this chat. He might have just tuned in at the start. Taylor Ward solves so many issues for this team. He really does. He's a right-handed bat, power bat coming from left field. He has 20-plus homers this year. He's not slowing down anytime soon. He hit a homer yesterday. He hit a double off the wall today. The guy rakes. The Angels are probably the most classic team because they strike me as a group that's going to buy when they should sell. So I'm not sure if they're going to do that. They're admitting 500 team. Like they're a couple pieces away from being good, but they're not going to be good this year. And I do think there's a legit possibility that they hold on to Taylor Ward. But Taylor Ward solves a lot of problems. I don't think he's expensive. Taylor Ward he's a rental. No,
I think he's got 1.5 years of control.
Does he actually?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He's a rental.
Taylor Ward contract.
Oh, you're right. Interesting. Right? Interesting.
Yeah, so he is so 1.5. I will say this. This team really isn't that far off, and I know we've said it back, multiple times throughout, the season. If we get this Xander Bogaerts, do I assume Xander Bogaerts is going to be the 900 OPS guy he's been for the last month, the rest of the season? Probably not. But dude, if
he looks good,
if Xander isn't a black hole, which he hasn't been, Xander, I said in the postgame show today, there's a real argument, not named Manny. Xander's been our second most valuable player on offense for 2 months. Bro, he's a 900 OPS. He has a 900 OPS. 900 OPS over the last 30 games. Summer of Xan is real. Dude, if he didn't have the worst he had a 580 OPS for a second. It looked like I was like, this guy might get DFA'd. I literally made a video saying we need to force feed him roids. And if he gets suspended, he gets suspended. A lot of people didn't like that one. I apologize. That being said, Xander, way to shut me up. Xander Bogaerts has the most. He is in a weird spot because in reality, he's living the dream. He's already won his rings. He gets paid astronomical amount of money, all guaranteed to play in San Diego, twilight of his career in a sense. Knowing Xander Bogaerts or hearing about how people talk about Xander Bogaerts, he seems like the best dude ever. And it seems he was so sad that he wasn't performing up to what we wanted as a fan base. He's so beloved in Boston. The last month and a half, he's been Boston Xander Bogaerts. He has. And we can admit it. He's been fucking awesome. Awesome.
He's been my favorite player to watch.
Great defense. Also, you tweeted this yesterday, Mike. The wheels of Xan are real, bro. That motherfucker might steal 30 bags. If he somehow can get to 15 home runs, 30 bags, and a 760 OPS this year with good defense, he's going to put up a 4.5 to 5 WAR. That is worth that is a contract.
Okay.
The contract will always be ass. But if he starts playing and like thinking like of himself with the confidence that he's been playing with lately, dude, sign me the fuck up. Because then we have, future Hall of Famer Manny Machado, 4 to 5 WAR player in Xander Bogaerts, Tatis, who obviously at the dish sometimes doesn't look all the way locked in, walking a ton. I still think he has something going on with that like wrist, because you don't just lose your power like that. He's hit 2 home runs in like 2 months.
Yeah.
Merrill, when you think about it, with just our guys, I'm not talking about trades. If Xander Bogaerts is legit playing like he's done for almost 45 games, he's been an above average hitter. This lineup gets really good, dude. Then you go and you're like, okay, you add a Taylor Ward or a Luis Robert or someone like that. And I know we were talking about Jarren Duran. Also, I'm gonna bring up the Jarren Duran stuff right now. Sunday, I went to the game with my mom, Petco. We had a couple beverages. I got a DM from some kid that said my buddy's dad works for the El Paso Chihuahuas and mentions that the Padres are about to make a huge deal. I then tweeted that out, and I know a lot of people were a little pissed at that.
For reference, I saw that tweet and instantly contacted Matt saying, "You're a clown for that." But it was pretty classic. It was.
Also shout out everybody that said what up at the games, dude. So much love. It was sick. The vibes are high, man. Hey, I tweeted this named this title. I said, "Return of Slam Diego." Obviously, Manny and Xander hitting slams. Second half Shildt, bro. Mike Shilt's winning percentage every time as a manager in the second half is above 640. The dude wins in the second half. He gets his boys hot. With our schedule right now, if we win the series against the Marlins, the Giants are choking. The Giants are not a good baseball team. Rafael Devers forgot how to hit. And now he's on the Giants, and he's buns. The Giants are not that good. They just got swept. The St. Louis Cardinals are not that good. The Arizona Diamondbacks are not that good. The Cincinnati Reds are not that good. So those are the teams that we're fighting for that 6th spot with. Fuck the 6th spot. I want the 4th spot.
Fuck the 4th spot. I want the 1st spot. We're not out of the division race. And I'll tell you what. This might be wishful thinking. You make a couple of adjustments on this team. Here's the way I look at the Padres. That's what I was going to say. The way I look at the Padres this season, it's actually remarkable that they've stayed afloat above water when Tatis has played kind of shitty. He's been great defensively, so that's like obviously a good thing, but he's been terrible offensively over the last couple months. Jackson Merrill's been injured or terrible offensively pretty much since April. Michael King's been out for 2.5 months. Joe Musgrove obviously hasn't pitched. Yu Darvish just came back, and he doesn't look that great at the start. The fact that they've been throwing certain guys like Berger, who's stepped up to the fucking plate. He looks great.
Beast.
And they're 9 games above 500 with relatively shitty production from 2 of the main guys. Michael King's been hurt, right?
Yeah.
Xander Bogaerts has stepped up. Jake Cronenworth has stepped up. Manny Machado has carried this team through and through and through and through and through. Manny Machado is going to finish again in the top 5 of MVP voting. He should, because he's had a fucking season. And I mean, we have to talk about one specific guy. I think, well, obviously Gavin Sheets has played great. One guy has carried this team outside of Manny Machado, and he pitched today. Nick fucking Pivetta, dude. What a masterclass of a signing by Preller. What a masterclass by Ruben. Nick Pivetta is a bona fide ace, dude. He is fucking filthy. He has a 2.70 ERA. He's 10-2. He's 10-2 this year with a 2.70 ERA. I know wins don't mean a lot in terms of pitching. That being said, you know how you win games as a pitcher? You keep your team in the game. And Nick Pivetta keeps the team in the game. And that's how you win games. Nick Pivetta every single time gives this team a chance to win.
Can you see that? What I just posted?
Yeah, I can.
Bro, this guy.
Also for in the chat, Nick Pivetta is not gone. He after this season, he's signed for at least another season, and then I believe he has like an option.
So his contract goes up next year. I think he's going to get paid $19 million. So pretty much what we signed Nick Pivetta for was 2 years, $20 million, and then it's I think it's a player option after that.
Yeah.
This dude is pitching himself. I mean, without Nick Pivetta, where are we, dude? This dude has been so fucking good, man. Between right now, I'd say the MVPs of the pods this year. 1, Manny. Honestly, 2, Pivetta. 3, Morejón. 4, Sheets. Then maybe 5, Toddy.
Get ready. Get ready for Nick Pivetta. Nick Pivetta keeps this up for another 2 months. Listen, Paul Skeens is going to win Cy Young, but Nick Pivetta is going to be knocking on that door.
Well, you got Zach Wheeler and Paul Skeens, but there's a real opportunity, I think.
Nick Pivetta is going to be knocking on their doors, bro. He has 3.5 WAR. He has a 10-2 record with a 2.7 ERA. If he has another 2 solid months, say he goes and finishes like 16-4 with a 2.7 ERA in 5.5 WAR, that dude will be a top 3, top 5 finisher for the Cy Young.
What a signing. We signed him in like March, dude.
That's back-to-back seasons that AJ Preller has pulled a Profar 1-year deal that goes crazy, and he basically provides 5 wins, and then a Nick Pivetta fucking 1 year or a $1 million
Nick Pivetta contract is awesome. But the Gavin Sheets, Gavin Sheets, I think we forget that Gavin Sheets was a minor league fucking contract, that we now have a guy who could legitimately be a 20 plus home runs, 760, 780 OPS guy. And we got him for fucking pennies on the dollar. That is how you offset some of these bad contracts. Also, Jackson Merrill did not forget how to play baseball. Fernando Tatis Jr. did not forget how to hit for power. Sooner than later, both of these guys will start cooking again. That is how it works. Like I bet on talent. I don't think is Jackson Merrill having a little bit of a sophomore slump season? Absolutely. That being said, that game against Philly was literally a week ago where he hit the 2 home runs off Zach Wheeler and we won that game. Yeah. He's 3 for his last 42. Hey, guys, he's lost right now. He's not having a good stretch. But good players figure it out. Good players figure it out. Yeah.
Matt, like you're saying, and like people in the chat, Merrill's 3 for his last 42, and the pods are winning.
Yeah.
If you're winning when your best players are playing poorly, when they figure it out, you're going to be a juggernaut. And we know the issues. The issues are not Jackson Merrill not hitting, or we know that Merrill will be fine. We know Tatis will be fine. When they're good and they bounce back, if we fill left field with a valuable player, Luis Robert in his last 15 games has a 900 OPS. Why not? He wants out. He knows the deadline's coming. He's like, this is my time to shine for the next month. Did you see that catch he made 2 days ago? He laid out for the White Sox. He wants to leave. They're going to trade him. They're going to trade him. And it might sound crazy. I'm fine to overpay a little bit for Luis Robert.
You're not going to overpay.
I'm just saying, I think there's going to be a lot of suitors for Luis Robert. I think people are like, everyone sees the same shit. This guy wants to get out. You look at Andrew Vaughn hitting. You look at Gavin Sheets hitting. The White Sox are a horrible run organization. It's actually very sad for the fans of the White Sox. But that being said, even Yohan Moncada is hitting. These guys just want to get the fuck out of Chicago. And if we get him out of Chicago, first dibs, fix him up a little bit. The guy's starting to swing the stick. He steals 30 bases a year. He plays great defense. He is exactly what the Padres need, and he's under control for a couple more seasons. He's exactly what we need. Why not?
Someone said, John Fields, my guy, said Harrison Bader could be a decent option. I actually don't hate that because he'd be cheap. I'm looking right now. I genuinely believe we are about to make no less than 3 trades within the next 10 days. I think Preller's been on the phones for 2 months, and I think something's about to happen, hopefully sooner than later, just strictly to get I love when we trade, right? I love when the ball, you get the ball rolling a little bit. We're not that far off. And guys, the Dodgers are looking like they might get swept. The Giants just got swept. The Phillies just lost a series to the fucking Angels. The Mets just lost a series to the Reds. And the Brewers and Cubs are good. But guess what, guys? We won the season series against the Cubs already. We did. Also,
and we won the series against the Brewers.
We won the series against the Brewers. when you really think about it, this team can, if we make some good, smart moves and get hot, why can't they make it to the World Series? Why? I don't see, Mike, if Michael King comes back, we'll have Michael King, who's a bona fide ace, if he's healthy. Bona fide ace, Michael King. Nick Pivetta, dog, number 2 starter. Then you can go 3. You could have Yu Darvish. You could have Dylan Cease. You could have any of those guys with a bullpen with 4 legit weapons. 4 legit weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Estrada, weapon. Estrada would be the closer on half the teams in baseball right now. Robert Suarez. I know we're a little nervous he's going to opt back in. That being said, Robert Suarez, there's a reason why he's been on the All-Star team as many times as he has. There's a reason why he leads baseball in saves. Jason Adam, All-Star. Adrian Morejon, best left-handed reliever in baseball. So this team is starting to be like, okay, we're buying. I wanted to sell Cease for forever. You keep Cease because who knows if Michael King's actually coming back or not. You keep Cease. You pray for the best. You're not going to get much for Cease for half a season. And who are we going to trade him to? You keep Cease. You get me a fucking catcher, bro. Hey, if we have to overpay for is looking like 2 weeks for a big league start, that would be awesome. If Michael King is back before we play the Dodgers at home or on the road, that would be a massive win.
Yeah.
We're buying, and I can see the Pods trading a bullpen arm. I wonder, this is a good question. Would you trade, if you had to trade a bullpen arm right now, who are you trading that you think you can get back? Like, let's say the Oakland A's are like, yeah, we'll trade you Shea Langoliers if you give us Jeremiah Estrada and Cash Mayfield. Would you do it?
No. I don't think Shea Langoliers is that, like, these guys, the issue with the catcher position is, like, they're not good at hitting. No, like, there's like 3 good hitting catchers in baseball. It's Will Smith, 50 feet of dog shit. William Contreras, another 50 feet. Oh, sorry. Cal Raleigh, number 1. Will Smith, 50 feet of dog shit. William Contreras, nothing after, bro.
Suarez isn't eligible for the playoffs.
What?
What are you guys talking about?
Robert Suarez, because he got suspended for throwing at a hitter? That's not how. I don't think that's true.
It's not true. If that's what you're talking about, that is not true.
That was something.
I'm looking at Shea Langoliers, 106 OPS plus.
That's not that good
for a catcher.
Bro, I know, but I'm not trading Jeremiah Estrada, who's under team control, till like 2029 for Shea Langoliers when Jeremiah Estrada is going to probably be our closer next season.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if you're going to trade any reliever, the one to consider trading, and this is going to sound crazy, and I'd feel bad trading him because he's worked so hard for this team, Jason Adam. Jason Adam is got a year and a half of control. Robert Suarez is probably going to opt out of wherever he gets traded to if you trade him. So his value is a little bit lower. Jason Adam still has a year and a half of control. You could package Jason Adam with somebody. Now, do I think that's smart? Probably not. Do I think that this bullpen can get by without Jason Adam? Yeah, I think it could. I think they could. Now, I think Jason Adam has been overworked, so maybe he's been a bit shakier lately, and I want Jason Adam to stay a Padre. But I think you could trade him. I think like that's a guy, him or Suarez, you can trade. Morejon should stay.
Mike, you said this earlier, bro, in our text, and it's true. Guys, fucking bite the bullet and bring Higgy home. Bite the bullet and bring Higgy home. I don't care what his stats look like. That dude is he's meant to be. He's a Petco. He's the first ever. He is the first ever pod player to get better at Petco Park. He's meant to be a pod. Higgy is. You bring Higgy in and you get like a Luis Robert or a Ryan O'Hearn and maybe a Adrian Hauser type to eat some innings. You bring Higgy back, or let's look at who let's look at the Rangers pitching staff right now, because I have a feeling we might go and say fuck it, bring what's his name? Where's he at? Rangers pitching staff, not Corbin is
DeGrom?
No, dude, what? I thought this guy was where's Heaney's not on the is
No, he's
Heaney
on
on
the
Pirates?
Pirates.
Yeah, my bad. DeGrom would be so funny. Honestly, I bet you Preller's asked 100%.
For sure.
The Pods do a good job at keeping their they keep the they don't have a lot of leaks. They don't
I would trade everybody for Jacob DeGrom, by the way.
Yeah, no shit.
Even though he's 37, he's a fucking demon.
Who do you think? Okay, chat. I want you guys to be included in this too. Also, I'm gonna name who won the coffee awards too. Who do you think? We're gonna just talk trades for the rest of the episode too, because the trades are fun. Who are we trading for? Honest opinion. If you were to say, on July 31st, Mike, when we're hanging out, who is going to be a Padre? I'll let you go first. I'll go, and then anyone in the chat, I want you to hear like an honest. Give me who you think is going to be a Padre.
All right.
Ramon
I got three.
Sure.
Taylor Ward is going to be a pod. And then I think Andrew Heaney and Joey Bart are both going to be Padres. That's my take.
Interesting.
Do I think that those trades make us exponentially better? No, but do I think that they make us somewhat better? Yeah, I mean, Joey Bart's also ass. So it's like going from shit to another Dookie, but maybe he gets better at Petco. I don't know.
See it in the chat right now. Luis Robert, Mike Tauchman will be the best deal. Taylor Ward sounds realistic. Duran, Ward, and Jeffers. If we trade for Brooks Lee, I'm a crush out. Who said we're trading for Brooks Lee? That's hella random. Heaney or Keller? Keller's going to cost a lot. AC was on the John and Jim show and says he said the salary is a real issue. Broke boys. Harry Ford would be sick. O'Hearn, Heaney, and someone else. Austin Slater. Someone said it earlier.
I like the Slater play.
Someone said it earlier, and I think this is a really smart option. Is go to the White Sox and ask him what can we get for Mike Tauchman, Luis Robert, and Adrian Hauser. Oh, they want cash and Boston? Sayonara. Honestly, I don't care about it.
Dude, Tauchman's
I think our best pitching. What?
Tauchman's a dog.
Dude, Mike Tauchman is the bench. He is the bench piece that we're missing. He is like the guy that starts a couple games and does some fucking like wild shit. He's a gamer, bro. He's a gamer. He's a hungry dog. He's a Shildt daddy hungry dog.
You could for sure get by with a Slater Tauchman platoon in left field.
Easy.
Absolutely. And then the beauty of it is that the guy who's not playing in left is your pinch hitter in situations. That's a good combo. Austin Slater destroys lefties. Mike Tauchman's has an 811 OPS this year. I had him on my fantasy baseball team. He fucking rakes. That is a good guy to have. He had a homer today. He had a double today.
Good, Tauchman?
He rakes. Yeah. And he signed through 2027. So you have an extra year of control for him. Adrian Hauser is a free agent, so that's probably not a very difficult guy to go out and get. He doesn't strike out a lot of dudes, but it is what it is. And then Austin Slater is also a rental. That's a perfect trade candidate. And I don't think that they're going to cost that much. I think you could say, yeah, we'll give you Cash Mayfield. We'll give you, I don't know, David Morgan, something, right? You can trade certain pieces that might be valuable to them. They're a terribly run organization. They might be stupid enough to get fleeced. I don't know.
I also think
they might be the perfect trade partner.
Well, we still need a catcher.
You can go out, go get Higgy. I could almost guarantee that Texas Rangers GM is like Chris Young. He's like, fuck, I got to get Higgy out of here. He was ass for us. Like, that was a bad contract. You pay down a little bit of that salary. You give us like $6 million, $4 million, $6 million, whatever it is, and Padres will take him back with open fucking arms. You kidding?
Are you saying you would trade Cash? Someone said we would not give up Cash Mayfield for Mike Tauchman.
if we did an Adrian Hauser, Mike Tauchman, and Austin Slater package, I would give up Cash Mayfield.
I probably would too.
Adrian Hauser has 3 WAR this year. He's a 2.4 ERA. We're not playing for fucking 2029, guys. Listen, Xander Bogaerts is going to get older. If we can get 3 solid seasons for the next 3 years out of Xander Bogaerts, Manny Machado, we are in good shape. Now, you cannot fucking wait for Cash Mayfield, a 19-year-old, to come up and be a guy. Look at Mackenzie Gore. Mackenzie Gore was the number 3 prospect in baseball. He's an all-star. That being said, he's still not that good.
Yeah, I agree.
He's still not that good.
Not that good.
Okay, so when you can make a run, I don't think any team either, Matt. Sorry to keep going. I don't think any team in this league right now is a guaranteed shot at the World Series.
No,
I don't think so. The Dodgers, if they get healthy pitching wise, you can obviously make that argument. But they don't like their lineup today. I looked at it. I don't think that lineup's that good. Now they're gonna make adjustments. They're gonna trade for a couple guys like they did with Tommy Edman. I wouldn't be surprised when we don't trade for Luis Robert. If Luis Robert goes there and hits fucking 45 homers, that's probably gonna happen. But I don't think that the NL is like top heavy by any means.
We're gonna make moves. And someone in the comments, I wish I remember who said it, was like, we're gonna trade for people we have no idea we're even talking about, right? Like, and that's when you think about who we traded for last year. Were we on Tanner Scott? We traded at like the end, like really like the last minute we traded for Tanner Scott. And I literally went and I posted a video saying, guys, I did not necessarily want it. I said Tanner Scott. I didn't even know Jason Adam existed last year, and then he came to the pods. Martin Perez, I was like, what the fuck? Like, we're trading for these guys, random guys. And it like worked out. Trade for Julio Urias, Trevor Bauer, and Wander Franco. All right, guys. That's just that isn't it. This team, I'm very excited to see, and you mentioned it earlier in the pod, and after this, we could probably call it an ep. We got to start beating the big boys. Because this is a rarity for San Diego sports. We're actually beating the teams we need to beat. And we've done a really good job at that. Usually, like back in the day with the Chargers, they would lose to, some bullshit team. They'd lose to the Lions and then beat the Patriots during the regular season. And we're like, dude, like we could be so good if we just, took care of business. This Padres team's taking care of business. But in the playoffs, you're not facing the Nationals. You're not facing Mitchell Parker. So how do you get better at the weaker positions? And also, how do we get Fernando Tatis Jr. hitting for power again? That's
a tough one.
My thing with Toddy, his defense is so good. And we're 34-13 against teams under 500.
That's good.
That's
shitty teams. You have to beat the shitty
teams. That's incredible. People are saying Fernando needs a Phantom IL sit. The thing with Tatis is, I do think him getting named an all-star was good for his confidence. I do think he does seem a little burnt out sometimes, but he shows up when it's a big game. When you're playing the Nationals and it's 8-0, I don't expect Fernando to really be given 110%. And once you come to terms with that is who he is as a player, it's fine. Just like how I don't come to terms with if, Manny Machado grounds out to third in the second inning and there's no one on base and he doesn't run out a hard 90. That's fine. I don't care. Why? Because Manny Machado is good. If Trenton Brooks didn't do that or Martin Maldonado didn't do that, I'd be like, yeah, that can't happen. Can't hit a fastball at the moment. He makes 95 look like 102. Tatis is definitely not the threat at the plate that he was. But the one thing about Tatis is even though he's struggling power-wise, dude's walking a shit ton. Sometimes and we know he has it in him. We know he has it in him, man. Merrill, I know he has it in him. Also, Jackson Merrill was a second-half player last year. He didn't have a great series this series. But that being said, all it takes is Merrill to have he goes down to Miami, which he crushed last year when he was in Miami. You hit 2 or 3 bombs this series in Miami, we're rolling. Xander Bogaerts, 900 OPS. Also, we're going to end the episode on this. And this guy deserves a massive shout-out. And I can't believe we haven't talked about him once today. Jake Cronenworth deserves a humongous shout out for how he's been playing, Mike. Jake Cronenworth's been great. He has been great. He is going to go down. I was talking to a guy at the bachelor party about this. He's a Pods fan. I think we'll talk about Jake Cronenworth a lot, how we talked about Mark Loretta, maybe even higher praise, because Jake Cronenworth had one of the biggest moments in Padres history, in San Diego sports history. And I think he's going to end his career as like possibly a 20 WAR player, all with the Pods. He is solid, man. He's a solid baseball player. I'm looking it up right now, Crone stats, and then we'll call it an app. He deserves some love, man.
Absolutely.
Crony.
He's walking at the highest rate of his career this year.
Bro, he's got a 112 OPS or OPS plus. He plays Gold Glove defense at multiple positions if he needed to. 1.3 WAR. Dude, yeah, he's 100% going to end his career like 22 Hall of Very Good. Hall of Very Good, man. And Crony slugging, that's not bad.
Also, we should note, Jake Cronenworth missed like 3 weeks of the season, and Jake Cronenworth on Fangraphs has 1.7 WAR. Real possibility ends up as a 3 WAR player this year. First year of his career in that shortened season, he was a 2 WAR guy. Second season was a 4 WAR. Third season was a 3.5. Down year in 2023. Decent year last year, 2.1 WAR. Hitting wise, this is the best he's looked since 2022.
Yeah.
And so that's really, dude, it's incredible how much better the team looks when you get production out of Crone and Xander. Even if Tatis and Merrill aren't hitting.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we won the series.
The team just looks better. So, dude, if we can continue to get solid production from those guys, you make a couple upgrades. I don't think we need a drastic upgrade. I don't think like Jarren Duran, I don't think moves the needle that much more than a guy. And this is going to sound kind of fucking silly, but like, how much more does Jarren Duran move that needle than a Mike Tauchman?
Mike, I'll be honest. I don't think it's that big of a jump, dude. Like, obviously, Duran has the name value. And he plays, but this is what I wanted to bring up. Look at Rafael Devers now that he's not in Boston. Look at how Xander struggled not being in Boston. Everybody not named Mookie Betts leaves Boston, and they start to fucking low-key not hit well. Do you think Jarren Duran's going to come over to the Pods and hit?
Interesting take. I like that.
Right? Like I'm looking. I'm like I think the Padres can get drastically better without trading Leonidas DeVries and Ethan Salas. And I think they could win a World Series without trading both those guys. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So everybody else is on the table. If they want to trade a bullpen arm, hopefully not one of our big fours, but if we have to give up one of them, whatever, we can get way better being smart. And AJ Preller and company are smart. Name one trade. Let's name AJ Preller's traded for half the league pretty much. There's been like 2 trades that I look back on that I'm really like, shit. And honestly, after they tweeted Fleece him, the Nationals account, James Wood went, I think, over 13 with like 10 Ks against the Pods. He's going to be a great player. James Wood is great. Mackenzie Gore against the Padres. I want to see what his career ERA is, because I remember us hitting some fucking nukes off him since he's been a National. CJ Abrams is a solid MLB player. Okay, we lost that trade. It's fine. Munoz trade was a stinker. Usually, though, who do we trade? Who do we trade for fucking Dylan Cease?
Sammy Zavala,
who might be in Double-A. We traded Drew Thorpe, who pitched like 2 starts for the White Sox and has Tommy John. And then we traded who was the other guy? Oh, Jairo Iriarte, who we were all like, oh my God, I can't believe we gave up this demon. I think he has like a 6 ERA in AAA. Guys, these guys know what they're doing. As much as I wish me and Mike knew what we were doing, we see Luis Robert hit a homer, and I'm like, dude, I need that fucking guy on the Pods. We don't know shit. And guess what? We're going to end the episode on this. The best part about being a Padres fan in 2025, I know we're going to make some moves. I know it. I know we're going to make some moves. And I know we have the team where if we get hot at the right time, There's a legitimate shot this team could, go all the way. I'm not as scared of a lot of these teams as I was last year. Last year, the Mets had the magic, man. The Dodgers were a juggernaut. All these teams, Shohei was hitting fucking, Mookie was still. The Pods this year, man, win a couple more series. We beat the Phillies. We just beat the Nats, beat the Marlins, beat the Cardinals. Keep it rolling, baby. Any last words? Oh, also, I got to say, give the shout out to the people that won the coffees. I'll Venmo them. You any last words on me?
Man, this is my favorite time of year in the baseball season is the trade deadline and seeing all of these moving pieces. It's interesting. I feel like there's a lot of middling kind of teams right now that are either going to sell or buy. So I'm kind of curious over the next week to see who falls into more of the seller category or the buyer category. But yeah, some good options out there, and I'm feeling good about where the Pods are at, man. I think they're not so far off from the team they had last year, and with a couple of upgrades to improve those missing areas, if Michael King comes back healthy, I think this team has a legit shot at a World Series. So
think about the lack of homers we've lost from not having Higgy and Profar. If you can get a guy in left field, even if it's not a fucking 40 home run guy, but like if you can get a guy in left field that can actually hit a little bit, have Shildt DH, have Shildt is a great player. I don't know if he's an everyday left fielder, but he's a great player. He's been very solid for us. And having Shildt, if let's say Gavin Shildt doesn't start a game and that's the guy you have come in as a relief, like that, if you have Shildt pinch hitting, god damn, bro, depth is huge. Our depth right now is ass, and we're hanging by a thread, and we're still winning ball games. You add to that depth, you get Mike Tauchman type guys in there. Mike Tauchman can be like a Brandon Drury type energy, bro. One of these guys that comes in and
Taylor Ward is Brandon Drury, my guy. Homers. Taylor Ward and Mike Tauchman. Give me it. I'd rather have. And listen, I like Bryce Johnson. I like Tyler Wade. I'd rather have Mike fucking Tauchman playing as a backup outfielder than those guys.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
all right, I'm giving out the winners right now. Lucas Johns, our guy. I'm gonna go Lucas Johns. I'm gonna go with let's look here. So Lucas Johns, Mario Villar. Let me write that down. One sec. Lucas Johns, Mario Villar. Boom. We're going to go Vinny Gibbs. And then, last but not least, boom, Artur Ivanov. I'm going to DM all these guys. Hey, appreciate everybody watching. We'll be streaming again. Might do a playback this week. We'll be streaming again soon, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Later, bro.
Later, bro. Wait, we got to get a live stream in when we're out in
also, we have a couple of DSG announcements coming up. The last one of them is that me and Mike are taking PTO during that week. And I'm pretty sure the day of the trade deadline, we're both off. So we might do a little trade deadline stream, which kind of would be pretty badass.
It's going to be a vibe.
All right.
Later.